Step 1. CAD. Measurements were taken by use of rulers and calipers to determine appropriate cut dimensions of 16-gauge cold-drawn steel. The sheet will form Mjolnir's head when folded from the cutout sheet. Handle ridges were made using a cylinder of max ridge height and subtracting necessary triangles along with filleting edges to avoid pointiness and cracking. The ridge was then arrayed for pattern. What follows is the end cap. Finally, the design is done. It is time to bring it to life. Our ordering of assembling goes 3D printing, CNC plasma cutting the steel and bending, seam welding, and final machining. 3D printing. The 3D model is transferred to a 3D printer. Sideways orientation was chosen to reduce support material removal as much as possible. The print will take about 3D printing again. A new, improved 3D printer. To simplify the build further, the handle was cut in half and positioned upright to negate support material again. The team then employed arguably the most important aspect of engineering, making it fun and pretty. Precision aerosol texturing was applied with precision. A performance to marvel at. A job worthy of the gods. As the protective tape is removed, we find a beautiful homage to a legend. The handle is done. CNC plasma cutting. Within these frames lie sheets to be cut. She says hello. The cutter moves just like the 3D printer had, at supersonic speed. Special training was required and completed as our heroes were successfully able to cut the material to size. What remains to rescue the cut? An industrial benchtop bandsaw. No long hair or gloves here. Only hands of the likes that sculpted David. Precision unmatched.
Wiggle it back and forth. Just watch your hand, don't pinch your hand.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Arguably the most important aspect of engineering is safety. The irony of using a hammer to make a hammer. The cut pieces are ready for the next part of their journey. Before welding, the parts must be grinded to remove jagged edges. Sheet metal bending. Here the bender cannot help but smile as much progress has been made. The bend table gets the inside and outside edges bent into shape by reducing needed bending forces. Welding. The edgers assemble. The form shell is fixed into place as the final preparations are completed. Presented for the welder, the hammer shell awaits. Per guidelines of safety in the CDC, a mask is worn during the weld. Even with the thick, insulating gloves, the seams are sewn better than they seem. Like an eclipse, one should refrain from staring and pointing directly at it. A small flame joins metal edges together. The TIG welding must be done to reduce stress concentrations that cornering can create. The extra material of the weld is grinded away for appearance. The TIG welding is necessary to connect a flat end cap that will reside above the head on the screw rod. Machining and the pommel. A manual lathe was used to machine the pommel, and now the screw rod is connected to the head. The pommel previously tapped completes the handle tip. The 3D print slides onto the shaft. The pommel, now gilded, is replaced, and our heroes are hammered forever.